Stroke
We're
works his back. I almost said I was going to stroke Ark's back, but that would have been really weird.
You cut off the thing for that, huh?
I did.
He did.
It was for the best.
It was
for the best.
Okay.
So, Works, this is the first time that you've looked at it in the light.
Is there anything you can do to help fix that?
The doctor, like, very slowly walks over, and he puts a second glove over the first one and, like, brings his finger up underneath it. And he goes, I believe I have a special ointment.
Okay.
But, mostly you'll have to rely on the body's natural healing properties.
So there's no kind of healing magic that might...
He, like, looks at you and he goes, I am a doctor, not a magician.
Okay.
He, like, just, like, reaches over the counter and pulls out this, like, bottle of white ointment. And he says, about 3 times a day for the next week, I would like you to slather it in this. I mean, really dig your hand in there and makes a jerk-off motion. It's everywhere.
Oh, we're children.
No, I can give you this for free, but I do have painkillers as well to kind of take a bit of the edge off.
I think that'll help.
He goes, okay. I can sell them to you. The vial will last you for the entire time, but it will cost you 50 gil.
That's fine.
And, like, pulls out this little bottle and rattles it, and, like, each of the pills is probably the size of a quarter.
Oh, reach my fancy graphic for him.
Do what?
I go into his hands, and I get his gill, and I hand it over to the doctor. I'm like, is there anything I can do to help?
Keep it away from cold. You would think that would help quite a bit, but with inflammation of that caliber, it's mostly good to keep it in a neutral setting. Otherwise, you could engorge the veins and cause it to kind of leans over and whispers. If you get it too cold, the veins could pop.
What about heat or anything like that?
Heat, on the other hand, could actually cause them to relax a bit and narrow out the veins as the skin stretches, for lack of a better word. And in that situation, the blood flow and oxygen would not be able to get to the wound fast enough, and it would make the healing time take longer.
So nothing. So he stays, okay, room temperature.
It is for the best. If
Mark's eyes are just huge at the thought of, veins in his junk popping.
If you do have healers who are willing to apply some method of direct healing to that area, it could speed up the process to a night or two. However, with it being in such a sensitive place, that might be hard to do.
So we're talking about a week, like 8 or 9 days.
I didn't hear the last part.
He said 8 or 9 days.
I would be thinking anywhere from 6 to 8 for a full recovery. The inflammation and problematic nature of it should be gone within the next 3 or 4. Whoever healed you did a wonderful job, I might add. However, healing magic will mostly keep you alive. It does not really prevent how should I say this? The problematic portions of various things. It can help seal the wound and make sure that you are up and running. But every now and then you could run into a scar or potentially deal with, well, what you're dealing with now. The door suddenly swings open.
Rowan looks over at the door.
By the way, Works, your tail is like just hanging out on the floor right now. Just oh, then all you see is a white-haired Makote female, bright blue eyes, dressed as a white mage. Looks, grabs the door handle, and just closes it shut again.
It's like, nope, I'm not touching that.
And all of a sudden, the next thing you hear from that is, "Good doctor, if you're going to do that sort of thing, put a sign on the door next time."
Put a sock on the door.
Sign.
I know what I said.
So Rowan is going to, yeah. I don't know what Rowan's going to do, because I'm still in shock.
You can help me get dressed.
Yeah, okay. I could do that. So I reach for his pants.
Before you do that, he like very quietly pats your hand and hands Works a painkiller and then the jar of ointment. I need you to chew that one and go ahead and spread the other one.
Proceeds to do it as he told.
He like very calmly like puts you into a back room. Not really a back room, he like brings you a curtain for privacy.
Good news, everyone. It's a suppository.
Oh god.
You dry the pill, Works, and after some chewing, it's like, it's chalky and just awful.
It tastes like Tylenol when you just like bite into it accidentally.
Worse than Tylenol. This is like...
It's just straight up chalk.
Not even chalk. It's basically like one of those herb pills, so you break into it, and it's chalky and it's bitter, but everything kind of gets numb shortly after. It takes you about 3 minutes to get it all slathered on and dried enough that you put your clothes on. Come back out with a bit of a limp.
Well, I mean, it's still attached. I guess that's good.
He says, yes, indeed. From my prognosis, you should be fine. Everything looks like it'll be working in a few days' time. Just needs to heal. Be glad that it was not a direct impact. There was no piercing involved from what I can see. Just a slight burn. And a impact shock is the best way I can put it.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go somewhere and cry.
Okay.
Rowan looks at him. I think I'm gonna have to get another room.
The doctor just like looks at you and he says,
If you can't be exposed to heat or anything like that, I'm probably not gonna be the best person to be laying beside.
Take me now.
I'm just doing it for your. I guess I'd be doing it for your own good.
I know you are.
But I'm kind of like a little oven. Shut up.
Bake oven.
Okay, that was where you're going with that? Okay, I'm good with that then.
Meanwhile, you two are conversing and the whatnot. Kato, what are you doing? Oh wait, he's AFK. Fuck. Dak, what are you doing?
I'm going around trying to find information about Sagan. I'm going to go look for the closest yellow jacket. Because that was actually a smart idea. Diplomacy.
Gather information. Pathfinder. Yep, I need you to 35. Okay.
35 or 36.
And who did you say you were looking for to talk to?
I was gonna go look for like a guard, a yellow jacket.
You start walking toward. You leave the inn, the Heartswell, and you start walking toward the nearest guard tower that you can see. And as you approach, you see a Lalafell who's maybe only an inch taller than you.
Another tiny fell.
She's kind of like leaned slightly against the wall, and all you can see is like the back of her head. It's this mousy red-brown. She's dressed in the yellow jacket attire, kind of shoulder-length hair, axe on her back. She's just kind of leaning there as you approach.
Hello? Oh, I'm sorry.
She turns around, her eyes are almost like completely glazed over. There's the dark bags under her eyes are so low that they're almost like they're about halfway to her lips at this point.
Oh.
She just looks at you, she goes, huh? She's kind of like slowly like waving back and forth on her feet.
Are you alright?
She like blinks a few times and like looks at you and goes, yeah, just sleepy.
They need to change the guards.
The rest of them are getting what rest they can. We're all kind of like this right now.
Oh, that's no good.
She goes, Sahagin have raided the ports every night for the last fortnight.
Really?
Yeah, and we're worried about another one tonight.
What kind of Sahagin?
What do you
I
mean,
know-
what type of Sahagin?
I mean, I know there's different colors.
Blue? And sometimes a red one?
Where did they, where was the Hagen,
Yedrin.
where does the Sahagin usually congregate? Do you know? Like,
I mean, what?
where do they live? Sorry.
Bottom of the ocean?
Really? Huh.
I mean, if you're looking for Sahagin camps and whatnot, try past the tide gates.
Which direction are the tide gates?
West.
West?
Yeah, west.
Okay. I'm sorry to bother you. I hope you get some rest.
Uh-huh. That'd be nice. So takes a look at you. Like, real close for a minute.
She smiles.
She goes, you an adventurer?
I am indeed.
You, looking for some coin?
I mean, sure.
We're exhausted. We need sleep.
Uh-huh.
If you have some friends, could you maybe take a watch off our hands?
I do have some friends. It's quite possible that I could.
She goes, we'll pay you. She thinks for a moment. She goes, on the behalf of the Maelstrom and the city-state of Mensa, for the ability to protect your peoples and the services that you would provide for the Yellow Jackets, I am authorized to offer you 2,000 gil for the service, and we will additionally pay you, she's like thinking for a moment, 250 gil per Sahagin fin that you bring us.
Prefer per Sahagin fin, you said?
Per Sahagin fin. Obviously this only counts in the event of the raid. We do not take random fins.
Mm-hmm. I'll be sure to inform my friends of this.
Oh shit, Polly is on in general.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna...
Please wake up. You're still on duty. Kind of like taps the wall of the shoulder, kind of shakes a little bit. You're falling asleep on your feet.
Okay, mommy, I'll get up.
Derek just sighs.
What else are you doing?
She kind of steps aside and kind of goes over her link pearl. I have some work we could do if anyone felt up to it.
Rowan responds back, and what's that?
The watch around here is pretty worn out, and there's been Sahagins attacking for the last 2 weeks. If they come and we're here and we help out, they'll give us 2K for taking a watch. and 250 per fin if they attack. This poor Lullafil I talked to is falling asleep on her feet.
Not sure how half the team is going to be able to do that. And if we're talking about a night attack, Kato's not going to be able to do that. He'll still be asleep. He doesn't do watches.
I know. I just thought I'd relay the information.
We could really use the gale.
I thought that'd be your response, Yedrin.
I thought Hunt was somewhere else.
Oh, still got
That's over the lake pearl.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you probably heard Rowan's sneaky comment about you.
Oh, he took note of that.
Otto will remember this.
It will come back to bite her later.
But
When she finds all her bacon missing.
I also...
Because I've got leftover bacon. Who are you talking to? Hello?
Your bacon pouch.
I also know a general location of where Sahagin are. It's to the west past the tide gates.
Since she's bringing up the tide gates, I'm a little more local about what it's like past the tide gate, because if it's any... Because... As soon as I have a feeling it's not fun. Trying to run.
It's basically where a lot of Sahagin are. That they use it as a launching point for a lot of their military campaigns against the people of Limsilimensa. They're constantly trying to get through it. There's a lot of Sahagin breeding areas within there. And it kind of surprises you when you start thinking about it to going, most people don't go past there unless they're just going to, kill Sahagin.
You two things for a second. Okay, I can say how much concerning that. Just for the people who don't know, past the tide gate is basically most of the military camps of the Sahagin that are rather hostile to most anyone that comes across, because most people going across are going there to kill them. And you basically be walking to a semi-active war zone.
Oh, I'm guessing that's where Ark is, so there's that, so...
Okay, interject. Are we gonna go there with our two of our frontline fighters kind of out of commission?
I was just gathering information, Works, that's all.
I know. I just don't want us to jump the gun yet.
I would hope he wasn't past there, because trying to get past there is, as I said, walking to a semi-active war zone.
At this point, Dax walking and talking, so she's not interrupting that poor Lullafil and her sleep.
The biggest issue is So if we take over a watch and somebody attacks, like Work said, okay, granted, we've got Miss Fiona and her hand ripping asunder. And probably Skull or any of our other summons that would come in and help. But we're down our big guns at this point.
I know. I just wanted to relay the information I had. That's all.
Kato pipes up on the well, did you find anything out about the Sahagin we're looking for?
No, just the general location of Sahagin.
Did you ask about the White Sahagin?
the guard I asked barely knew what kind of Sahagin were attacking the ale port.
Gotcha.
I don't think she would have known what color I was looking for and seen blue and red? That's about all they've seen.
Which would stand to reason. If these are different kind of Sahagin, they wouldn't be as visible.
Yeah.
You mentioned tide gates. There's probably guards at the tide gates that might have a little bit more knowledge.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely suggest that we stay here, do help to keep an eye on things and step in if we can, but not make any promises.
Oh, yes. Of course.
Like I said, extra Gale will be useful. There is a question of how much help you can be when.
Yedrin and
Hunt, you're losing a cheek. I think Gil is going to be the last thing on your mind right now.
Yedrin and Works, both of you roll a heal check.
Kirby, you fat cat, get out of the way.
17.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Yedrin, you realize that you're in perfect condition to fight. You're fine. Like, you look bad, but it won't impede you in any way.
Works the biggest baby and it's sick.
Works, you're hurting. You're hurting quite a bit. Your combat effectiveness is probably down about 25. Is probably down about 25% from what you would normally have.
Yeah.
I'm not letting you go and fight. Forget that crap.
I'm not letting myself go and fight. You kidding?
Good. I'm just. And if I get hurt, you don't say anything either. If we have to defend ourselves.
If you get hurt, I'm blaming Kato.
Excuse me?
You are the last frontline fighter.
Dex gonna use 1 minute of her flight to go up into the air and take a good look around the area, mostly towards the west where the tiny kids are.
Shell and she goes, I could go ahead and summon Timaeus.
I could help with the watch. It looks a lot worse than it actually is.
They said that they attacked at night generally, so maybe later in the day, unless you want Tobias to be around.
Kato's just like, why not summon Mama Bear? We haven't seen her in a while.
Did you have Did you have like 4 summons the other day?
I can summon multiples, but I can only bring out one to be permanent. They'll eventually de-summon over time.
If you're going to be on March, would you want to know which of your summons would be best for a watch?
Well, the thing is, we know exactly which direction they're going to come from. They're going to come from the ocean.
True enough.
My guess would probably have Artemis.
Yeah.
Correct. I planned on doing that. The reason I was suggesting Timaeus is to replace our frontline fighter. Additionally, Kato, while I haven't been bringing out Agitar for the time being, is... You already know my proclivity for having Skull out.
Mm-hmm.
And while I love him and need to and feel very close and want him out almost at all times, I understand that for the safety of it and the group and everyone involved, Timaeus is the most destructive and hardy of them that I can currently summon without sacrificing half of my blood.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a promise to Skull that I would not blood summon anyone unless it was an emergency. However, if you want to talk to Agitar so bad, I'll be sure to summon her when we get back home.
I was just saying she might like to do her thing.
And I understand that, Kato. It's hard. There's a lot of them. And it's not fair that I play favorites, but God's damn it, I deserve it.
That you do.
It's your magic, so it's yours to do what you wish. So, are we gonna help the watch out while we're taking the break and Todd looks into maybe some more information on the White Sahagin specifically? And if worse comes to worse, so we'll in the path ask information at the tide gate or go past it.
Yedrin. As a note, the tide gate is like a 2-hour chocobo ride from Aleport. Dak could get there and get back before nightfall.
Okay.
If you want to
Did
pass
you
that
saw
on.
some things? Yeah, actually, did you saw some things. Wait a second. Oh, I can't believe they forgot this thing.
I mean,
Tide gate's
shit,
actually rather close.
Dak could get there before lunch.
You have to stop some things for a second. Actually, wait a second. Todd,
Yeah.
if you really want that information at the tide gate, it's only about a 2-hour trip by Chocobo.
Really?
Yeah, it's not actually that far if you got for a second, because it's not the direction I go in often, if ever.
Well, I'll do that then. At this point, she actually had used a minute of flying to get up and take a good look around, mostly in the west, but just look
You
around.
can see the gates from here.
Okay.
They're way, way off in the distance, but like as you like fly up and take a look around, you can see like the tips of them. You can see they actually, why they're called the tide gate is the gate runs all the way across the from a mountainside, blocking passage, and runs all the way to the edge of the ocean. And
Okay.
then runs across the fucking ocean.
Okay. I'll take a chocobo out if you. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'll be back before lunch. He goes and lands and goes looking about for a chocobo.
You don't see
Really?
one you don't see a chocobo handler inside of the city gates.
Okay.
However,
I
while you were
really-
there, you did happen to see a chocobo stable right outside the gates.
Okay. Well, she's gonna head outside the gates. I really need to get my own chocobo. Just muttering to herself, get my own chocobo.
Especially as she muttering on the peninsula still on.
She probably turned it off.
Dak, you get outside, and as you do so, you clearly see the chocobo stables. You see a couple of Rogadin just kind of like standing there, arms crossed. You also see a white-haired Makote female, dressed in white mage attire, like talking to them and renting a chocobo.
Okay. Hi.
Who are you talking to?
Just in general, just hi.
The Rogadins look at you. The Makote does not, and they say, good evening to you, good morning to you, lass. What can we help you with? You looking for a bow of your own?
Yes, I'd like a small chocobo, please. I got
How
a bit
long
of
you been
writing to
needing it?
do. Probably about 5-6 hours. It really depends on what I run into on the road.
Oh yeah, we could set you up with that. We can rent you a bow for the day. Be about 30 gil.
Alright.
They bring you out They bring you out a black chocobo with red wingtips. It is a Lalafell-sized chocobo. They set you up, and it's like, how you be paying?
I got 30 gil right here. And she reaches around her gil purse and passes it over.
They take the money, and then they're like, safe travels to you. We'll be expecting it back at the end of the day.
All right, thank you.
And they wave you off. The Makote just now getting her bird, which is just a plain yellow chocobo.
Mm-hmm. So where are you off to?
Just looks at you for a second. Just around.
I was just wondering if, we were probably going the same direction. I don't know. Company's always good. Especially on these roads.
You said you were... Which way are you heading?
Oh, west.
I was actually planning to take a small trip east, then head west.
Where are you going?
Oh, well, I was planning to head back over toward Brewer's Beacon. I happen to know the lighthouse keepers over there, and I was going to say hi, then I was heading out toward the Tide Gate. I have a small shipment to carry over.
Oh, I'm heading over to Tide Gate myself.
Well, maybe I'll see you there. And she takes off.
Bye. Deck takes off to the west. To say you guys could do stuff while I'm traveling. Yeah.
Just as you...
So I'm gonna... Go ahead.
Dak, roll perception as you're leaving.
That would be a 30.
As you're leaving and you're starting to pass by, maybe a mile up the road, you see a very aggravated looking Hellsguard Rogadin kind of stamping his foot in the ground and rubbing his head. It's a big flesh-colored Rogadin. Thick, full red beard with a braid tied down the middle of it. And he just is staring off in the distance, kind of shouting various curses.
Deck kind of slows down. What's wrong?
He just turns and goes, gives you this fiery look. His eyes are red as his beard, and they're kind of glowing. And he goes, he calms down. He goes, and who are you?
Just a passerby.
Well, just a passerby. My name's Splashin' Bluefin. And my god damn courier quit on me.
Where was your courier heading?
Out to the Tide Gate. I have a shipment for the guards there. They need it now. There are supplies. And frankly, and he points, and you see it's a cart that needs to be hitched to a chocobo and the whatnot. And he goes, they're just rations. And I have a strict timetable that I always keep, and I just want to get it out there. I need it to go straight to Falkbria. He looks at you and he sees you have a chocobo, and he says, I know the bird's probably a rental, but do you think you could do it?
If you think the bird can handle it.
He looks over. It's not a big cart.
Okay.
It's
just.
Where did everybody go?
Huh?
I don't know. Ark just completely cut out.
Oh,
where was your
here?
What happened?
I got stopped. I stopped to say hi to a dude who's being pissy on the road and he needs a courier.
Oh yeah, no. That part I heard, but Ark is the one who cut out for me.
Probably you had a Discord hiccup for you.
Yeah.
It's been doing that a lot lately.
Yeah. Yeah. Hitch the bird up. I'm heading towards the Tide Gates.
He says, thank you very much, and then he hands you 300 gil.
bird paid for.
Hey, just get it there on time. So long as it gets there in the next 3 hours. This is what I was gonna give the courier anyway.
All right, I'll get it there.
And then he hitches the bird up, and it's like, you look back, it's maybe 100 pounds of rations.
I could have totally put those in my bag. If it wouldn't probably have fucked with the dimensions.
The thing is, like, it's like a 6-foot cart with wheels. The problem is the rations are light, but they take up a ton of space because they're all like box lunches.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have been able to fit in my bags.
So, I mean, it fills up the cart. It's just not very heavy.
Okay. But yeah.
It'll slow you down. It'll take you an additional half hour.
Okay.
But anyway, you ride along. Is there anything that you want to do while you're riding? Is there anything anybody else wants to do?
If anything, I'm just gonna have my birds keep a lookout. That's all.
Okay, have roll a perception with your birds.
Yep. Gotta bring up their sheets. Let's see.
To say, it's probably just lost into the serenity of fishing and the thought of making some gil later.
I will grant Scotch an additional +3 because it's daylight and he's a fucking falcon.
Yo.
Dak, as you're riding along, just kind of like taking it easy, enjoying yourself, Scotch like flutters back down and he goes, "Hey, this guy that you're lusting after so bad, the one you're looking
Rolls
for,
her eyes.
your half brother or whatever,
Yeah.
what he look like?"
White hair, white fur. I'm not exactly sure what he'd be wearing right now.
Well, I know you couldn't see it because it was bright, but I just saw a lightning bolt come off a beach.
Where?
And he turns his head and points like straight ahead.
Yeah, Chocobo.
He goes, I mean, we're probably talking like, he like thinks for a moment, probably a good 40 miles away, but still.
Is it towards the tide gates?
He's like, it's past the tide gates.
No, I was like asking you, it's like, is it towards the tide gates?
Was it like aimed at, was the lightning bolt going toward the tide gates?
No, I just mean like general direction. Like, can I go investigate, but also deliver?
It's
Yeah,
past,
yeah,
he
he's
said.
Yeah.
Scotch is saying the lightning bolt came from past the tide
Okay.
gates.
Okay, well, at least I know he's that way. Thank you, Scotch, and she'll, like, pet him and scritch him under the beak.
You do that, and he's like, "Bacon, please."
I will give you bacon when we return. I did not bring it with me.
You are an
I'm not
awful
Rowan.
pet parent.
I know you can go hunt for yourself.
Like flies off. He comes back with a rat, and he purposely eats it on your shoulder.
I'm so happy I have no prestidigitation now. Just muttering that to herself. I love the fact I know prestidigitation now. I will get you more bacon when we get home.
He's like, if you didn't want this to happen, you should have taken the spells.
Het.
Millie comes back. She's like, why does he get a rat?
He caught it himself.
Flies off, comes back with a rat.
This is my life now.
2 birds just eating rats on your shoulder.
I am a bird table.
But then I should say, the crazy
Yeah, but
old
the
lady.
hawk has to be like almost half her size.
No, they're actually the same
Especially-
size.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
Wait.
Magic.
because they're spirits. Like Millie and Scotch are the same size. They're
But
tiny.
how big are they? Like, they just about the size of her head, maybe?
I mean, if you look at my icon, Millie's about as big as Dex head, yes.
Hmm.
And if you're going off of the footage or something of like a head, she's like about 3 heads tall, so it's like a third of her height.
Millie finishes and then perches in your hair.
I swear, you get any of that in my hair.
Says, you think I left anything?
No owl pellets in my hair.
At that point, Millie goes, I'm a spirit. We don't poo.
Yeah.
Then why do you eat?
I was gonna say, and you're a spirit, why do you eat?
For the pleasure of it.
I
Because
know.
it's fun.
Because it tastes good. Why do you kill things?
I don't want to.
No.
Not fun. Anyway, yeah.
You have little
Dex.
toe beans. Aww,
Aw.
Encore, you are so cute.
Okay. So yeah, Dex traveling and do stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so Yedrin, you're just fishing for the day?
Well, unless we're doing the watch, we'll probably wait until at least Todd gets back for the watch, so yeah. Or even nightfall or whatever, so yeah, she's probably gonna spend most of the day just serenity for once in the last, like, couple weeks.
Kato, you have not done anything yet. What would you like to do for the day?
Not a lot.
He's gonna read and sleep.
It's just kind of resting in general, because. Ow.
Okay.
What? So he can make a heal check, but he's gonna make that one.
Works, I'm assuming you're basically going to be like chilling out and applying ointment.
Not all day.
Yeah, he is.
Not gonna sit there just taking the ointment all day.
Well, what I
Yeah,
mean
he
is
is.
like resting and applying ointment when necessary.
Yeah, spending time with Rowan.
Rowan, do you want to ditch him to go do something?
You can.
Do it.
No, I'll be a good, dutiful girlfriend for once. And then I'll just burn him when he's ready and healed.
Alright.
I sadly think we're busy
Wait,
doing
hold on.
too much.
What do you mean burn me when I'm ready?
I'm just teasing you. Jesus, man. So are we back at the inn? Because if we're back at the inn, I'm going to want to look around and see if there's anybody there to talk to.
Yes, you're back at the Heartswell. When you come back in, there's one guy in the inn. He's not drinking, he's not ordering anything. He looks to be waiting.
I'm going to roll a perception and check him out.
Okay.
Roll a 25.
Alright, Rowan, you take a look at him. And this is a Rogadin. He's about Kato size. Rather lovely dark blue hue to his skin. Everything about he's muscular. He has cornrows kind of going on right now. A braided beard. Eye patch over one eye. Is currently wearing a tricone over his head, and then a sleeveless vest with a white hawker shirt underneath. And then, by the looks of it, just kind of like plain denim pants with wading boots on. You kind of get the smell of him that this guy works with not yeast, hops, barley, different types of alcohol rather frequently. He's got a herby smell about him, but then you can kind of smell bits of fermentation coming off of him.
So basically, he's a brewer.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know where Works is, but I'm gonna say, hey, how's it going?
The guy like turns and looks at you as you start to talk, and as he does so, you can see he's got like a single scar across the bridge of his nose, and he just goes, "Oh, hello, miss. I don't see many of you around. It's rare to see an Ellison in Lenosha, but welcome very, very much. What brings you to Airport?"
Well, we came looking for somebody who's hanging around out around here. Right now, we're apparently going to be trying to help out because the watch has been so busy. So that's about it. You know, I don't know anybody here. My group is all in different parts right now, and some of them are healing after a pirate attack. So yeah, just making some conversation.
He offers one of his like big hands. It's like 3 times the size of your own to you. Here.
So I take his hand and I go to shake it.
He shakes it. He's very gentle with you, and he goes, "My name's North, and if you hadn't already guessed, I'm a local brewmaster around here. I'm the head of Barracuda Brews.
Nice.
We specialize in a lot of ales and harder liquors from time to time. Between you and me, though, it's been rough.
What's been rough?
Well, my shipments keep disappearing, and I don't know what to do about it. We try to make sure that a good number of shipments head out of here and over to the Tide Gates, to the Yellow Jackets headquarters around Lenosha, all that other stuff. We want to show our support, and we know they don't often get a chance to drink too much, but we try to at least supply a bottle or two to the protectors of us at least twice a month. But I just haven't been getting there, and we don't know what's going on. So lately we've just been trying to find anybody that's got any information.
Well, I do know that we're intending to head out after our group fills up a little bit more toward the Tide Gates in search of someone in that area. I don't see why we couldn't keep an eye out for it and find out what's happening with your shipments.
Hey, if you happen to find it, I'm willing to. If just any information at all, I'm willing to pay you 3,000 gil.
In my head, I'm thinking I can almost hear Hunt biting for the money.
Likewise, if you bring the shipments back to us, we'll pay you double.
Okay, I will let my group know, and we will definitely do that as we head out to the Tide Gates.
Well, I definitely appreciate it, and I wish you luck in all of your endeavors. If you happen to want a sample, you seem like nice folk. I'll be happy to give you a sample of the brew.
I'm not that much of a drinker, but I know someone who could probably use one.
Very well. Likewise, I would be remiss for not saying this. There are two other breweries around here. They're the Blue Bastards, who also do the same thing that I do. They're very good, actually. Far be it for me to ever talk ill of anybody's drink. There's also Draugr Draughts if you want anything much harder.
Oh, yeah, well, definitely. Guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Baby aggro crying in the other room.
So, Kato, how's that sleazy romance novel treating you?
Roll will say for how deep you got into it.
He needs ointment. Sorry.
But for the sake of it, yeah, Kato, let's say you roll a will save.
Oh God.
16.
For your loneliness, I'm gonna take a 5 off of that. Works, are you upstairs resting?
No, I'm still downstairs.
Okay. Thankfully, no one hears Kato's heavier breathing.
Oh God. Why are these pages stuck?
I'm not sure if it gets that bad, but it's at least heavy breathing.
Oh God.
Yedrin, roll a flat d20.
Okay. Yeah, 14.
You do happen to fish up a it's a small one, but you do happen to fish up a baby bluefin tuna. It's not one you could keep, but yeah.
Oh, is this coming from my Senpai chat? Just out of curiosity.
Oh yeah.
Dragon of the sea.
You know what? What the hell? You know what? There's a quick glance around. Is just for the elephant. It's like, guys, film like 24, and it's like, anyone looking pretty peckish? You know what? Sushi's
You
good.
don't see anybody watching you.
You know what the hell? Sushi's good. Oh, I'm actually just.
I mean, this is probably like an 8-ounce tuna. Just go to town. It's a bit bony, but you enjoy it.
And just for the people who ever might end up watching, yes, you can just say, raw fish, like entirely.
I mean, it's tuna.
Sounds about right.
It's tuna. There's tuna sushi.
Yeah.
Aw, purry baby.
Airy baby.
Well, there you go. Now, if you want to have purring, you just get Encore.
Just pick up Encore.
Pick up Encore. No need to search for a purring soundbite at all.
I just have to deal with claws in me later. By the way, fun story. His original name was Chuck Norris.
Wow.
Immediately changed that shit. That right, Encore.
I don't blame you.
Oh, you have pretty little pink toe beans.
You know, just because it's way before. It's probably way before the laws on the whole. Well, it's like if you're gonna use it anyways, I was gonna say if she fishes up more, she might just stick them away for later.
There you go, Encore.
There's something you might appreciate in image dump their works.
Is that why my phone just vibrated?
Gotta roll a reflex.
$12.
You get blood all over the book as you paper cut yourself, like all the way across the palm, and it's deep. You gash yourself like on the hard edge of it, giving yourself like a cardboard paper cut.
This is what happens when you flip off God.
The trumpet is my favorite.
Like the one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Hey, Rowan.
Hi, Lord, you back?
I was just thinking about you.
What with
Okay, why do I hear music?
Roll 20?
No, I meant like music. I moved and my dog stole my seat.
Ah.
No, I don't mean that.
I'm messing with you.
I don't know why my Apple Music was playing Beyonce, and I have no idea why that would be even playing on Apple Music. Thank God it's not downloaded. I hear purring.
You didn't miss much. Adrian's had a bit of sushi and is planning on catching some more, and Kato smashed the anger god and cut himself open.
What's it? What did Kato do?
Kato flipped me the bird, so he paper cut his entire hand on his book. And then bled all over the good part, so he can't read his book anymore.
Yeah, that he is so enjoying.
Dude! Have you not learned don't flip off the DM?
Ah, dang it. Hi.
Hi.
Anyway, what were you going to say, Rowan?
Okay, so I accepted the job, talked about the drink. I don't know. So I guess I'm going to go let Works know.
Okay.
I couldn't quite make that out. This code's been low-botting for me like all night, even though my connection's good.
I'm just going to go talk to Works, that's all.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I was receiving right.
Okay. Works, I'm assuming you went back to our room?
No, I was downstairs, just not really the stair climbing feeling.
Mm.
I mean, feel free to share the information with him or link pearl it or whatever.
So, I head over to Works, and I settle down next to him. You okay, honey? Do you need anything? Do you want a drink? Don't expect to get all this treatment all the time.
Drinks. Nothing alcohol.
Nothing alcoholic?
Or at least nothing very strongly.
Like an ale or something like that?
It was still.
Oh, didn't I get a sample from that guy?
He said if you wanted to come
Northland?
by, he would give you a sample.
Okay. So I'm not going to leave works just yet, but I'm going to motion for Tablewick if she's
Sabalik
around.
comes over and she says, "Yes."
He wouldn't happen to have any ale or anything to help ease his pain.
I have a medicinal brew.
I look over at works. Do you want to try it?
I can try. It sounds good.
She like thinks about it and she's like, like brings her hand up and like waves it a little bit. It's acquired. Like comes back a minute later and says, "Wait, you're taking medicine, aren't you?"
Damn, I won't pit. Damn,
Oh yeah, that's right.
She's like looks at Rowan.
save it. Okay, well,
I can bring you tea.
I will not take one tomorrow.
She's like, I can bring you tea.
Yeah, he can have some tea.
Just goes back like a little piping hot cup of tea for you. Anyway,
I just look around. I'm like, I think this necklace is pretty lucky.
the currently
Because
broken necklace.
Well, okay, but still, I have a lucky charm to it. I think this necklace is pretty lucky because
It's still on you.
yeah, I think I found a really great girlfriend.
I was talking about that your dick is still on your body, but
Yeah, well that too.
Anyway, Dak,
Mm-hmm.
are you gonna do anything else on your ride?
No. Just gonna enjoy the ride, take looks around, enjoy the scenery, enjoy not having anyone argue with me outside of the birds.
They're quiet.
Yeah, exactly.
As you're riding along, you kind of like take a look around the countryside, the cliff face rising up off to the side. It reminds you a lot of your parents' place, your adoptive parents' place, a bit.
Mm-hmm.
While it's rocky over close to the ocean, like rolling inward, you have grass and farmland. Lots of lush greenery to look at. A river here and there breaks up the landscape, but it's slightly hilly for the most part. Relatively flat.
Mm-hmm.
It makes the ride nice and easy. About 2.5 hours into the ride, you end up like in front of the tide gate. You can see the gates on either side, and you see like a command post in between them that's broken up by a large section of rocky, mountainous terrain.
Hello, I have a delivery.
There's silence, and finally, like someone comes out, and you see it's this Lalafell just comes marching out. Male, high black boots, wearing a maelstrom uniform, bright red. No hat, but short blonde hair. He goes, a delivery, you say? For who?
Oh god, and I didn't even write down the name. I can't remember the name. I literally can't remember the name. God damn it. I can't remember the name offhand. These are rations?
He goes, you have rations for us?
Yes, there was a guard outside of airport that needed. Well, he was about a mile out. There's a robber and he needed someone to deliver because his courier deserted.
There's silence as the Lalafell scratches the back of his head, and he goes, let me go get Falk Breda.
I think that was the name.
I'll go get her.
I was gonna say, I know it started with an F.
Yeah, that was about as much as I got.
I swear he said fuck Breda.
I mean, if you insist.
A few minutes later, this pale-skinned Roggan woman, black hair tied back in a ponytail, long, flowing, waving slightly, in billowing sailor's attire, and with a maelstrom red sash across the waist, thigh-high heeled boots, white fabric, and a good portion of her bust showing, comes out and she goes, yes, and who might you be? You said you have a delivery for us?
Yes, this is a delivery of rations.
So you've come on behalf of Splashing Bluefin, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we appreciate it, even though these are about a week late at this point.
A week?
What?
A week? Oof. He told me that I had about 3 hours, and they'd be late.
Well, apparently this is the second courier he's lost.
Oh dear.
Picture of her is up, by the way.
Mm-hmm. She's pretty.
Regardless, we will take the rations from here. We would ask you to deliver them, but the twins watching the gates right now are in one of their arguments. And frankly, I don't want you to have to deal with them of accusing you of giving the other one more than the other one gets.
One of those twin arguments. I see.
Yes. Regardless, is there anything else we can do for you?
Oh, I had some questions about the Sahagin past gates.
And what of them?
I heard there were some different colored Sahagin. I honestly don't know what kind of Sahagin there are around here, but heard some interesting colors. Blues, reds, whites.
She sucks her teeth for a moment. Well, dear, if you're interested in the various colorations of their skin, I might suggest looking into a trip to... Excuse me. Dak, remind me, what is the class you get before you can become a scholar or a summoner?
Arcanist.
Arcanist.
Or Arcanist.
You might want to go venture down to the Arcanist. They're more of the collection of information people. However, we mostly see blue scales around here. Every now and then we see some of those red-scaled bastards come up. White. Once or twice, but we've never really had to combat any of them.
I was mostly looking for the white ones.
Scouts have sighted a few whites, as I've said, here or there, past the tide gate, but couldn't tell you where they are, or what they're doing, or anything else about them to be 100%. Why do you want to know?
Oh, I had a friend talking about white ones, and I just... Curiosity, you know how some lullabills get.
Roll a bluff.
Yeah! 20.
She just kind of like raises an eyebrow. It's a very strange thing to be curious about. You perhaps trying to do some research on them for later?
It's a little bit. Also, I hear they might be a little bit more receptive to people, and I wanted to practice my Sahagin with actual Sahagin.
She blinks.
What?
Why do you want to talk to Sahagin? And why do you know Sahagin?
Out of character, I want to say elective in college? It's mostly because there's the beast tribes around this area, and I have family, so I figured it would be a good thing to learn. Legit, that was actually the reason.
You see her brow start to furrow.
I also know Sylph.
That one I can understand. Gudania actually trades with the Sylph.
I've actually met some Sahagin merchants, so...
She like looks at you like, what?
They were cobblers.
They made me pretty shoes.
What was that, Art?
She's She's like, she legitimately does not believe you.
And Operneus, she like shows her shoes off. I got these in Operneus from a couple of Sahagin cobblers.
She looks at them, she's like, those are nice shoes. She's like looking at hers.
They are really nice shoes. They're so comfortable.
She's like, nope. No. I will not compliment the scalebacks. Look, I'm sure you mean well, but we are at war with that species. They created a tidal wave that destroyed an entire town. City, if you will. I cannot stop you from going through the tide gate if you want to go through. Just be aware of where you are, and that many of the people around here have lost children, loved ones, acquaintances, friends, and family to Sahagin.
Nods slowly.
Regardless, she stops. She goes, "What is your name?"
Dacquoise?
Dacquoise? I wish you safe travels, and keep your nose clean.
Yes, ma'am.
She turns and starts walking away.
Is our chocobo unhitched?
Yes. They took the cart from you.
Good. And she kind of turns. So, Scotch.
it up.
How far from here would you say that lightning was?
You're probably looking at a good 10 miles past the gate.
Too far to fly. If only you would fly, Spitz Chocobo. Kind of looks at the gates ahead. She kind of looks back towards where airport is. Let's see. If she fails, she's gonna go. Would you say that's a fail on a will?
With a natural 2, yes.
She's gonna go through the tide gate. Not gonna say shit to anyone.
Okay. You go riding through the tide gate by yourself. You get through it, and the guard doesn't stop you. He's just like, alright, whatever. He's like, raise it. And as it goes up, they close it right behind you immediately. You start riding through, and all you can see is this, like, Technicolor neon just pathway of coral and hard, weird ore stylings into the ground. And as you ride along, like, it's turning purple beneath you with bright orange spires of coral and aetherite just sticking out of the ground. You don't see any Sahagin for the time being.
She's gonna still try and be careful and she's gonna try and be careful and have the birds keep a lookout in case any Sahagin are lurking about as she travels.
Okay, so you're gonna have Millie and Scotch like take off to scout for you. Okay. Roll a perception for each of them.
Alrighty. And
okay. So Scotch flies off to the right, Millie flies off to the left. And as they fly around, you wait 10, 15 minutes. They come back and Scotch is shaking his head like I couldn't make out a whole lot. Lots of rocks, a lot of aether kind of messing with my vision. I saw some Sahagin in that direction, mostly around the tide pools.
what color were they?
I saw a couple green ones.
Green? Haven't heard about green ones yet.
Millie comes back down. She perches, and she goes, "There's not a whole. I didn't see Sahagin to the left. The pathway is clear if you want to proceed that way."
Okay. Let's see that way.
Okay, you start heading off to the left, which is southward. And as you're riding along, you pass by a lot of abandoned whelk shells, giant whelk shells. Like shells that are big enough that you could comfortably live in one. Like,
it's my summer home.
Like you could put a Lala-sized bed and fridge in there and still have room to move around.
Wow.
You're looking around, a couple of crabs kind of come by, that are as big as you are. They don't mess with you. They just kind of scuttle. Lots of pot-marked cannon holes in the ground as you proceed. At this point, the terrain is much rougher. You keep going, and eventually you ride out of sight. You can't see the tide gate anymore because of how rocky and uneven the terrain is and how it's basically running up a hill to get to it.
Okay. I want to say she scouts around a little bit, but
Oh, feel free.
watch. Okay. Well, she's gonna scout around. She's probably gonna send the birds out again. That would be a 25 if they are here just a second.
Well, if they're scouting ahead of you, they have to take separate checks.
No. I'm just saying, it's like if they were on my shoulder at the point of me doing the perception before they fly off, it would be 25.
You take a look about, and you can kind of realize you've gotten low enough now that you can see the coastline. And it's kind of stretching out in this long horseshoe shape.
Mm-hmm.
And as you look to back eastward, you can kind of see like this alcove kind of stretching out and forming this long point heading outward with a natural reef line kind of building up along this rocky cove that's forming like a secondary tide stop that the waves are having trouble getting over. Then you look westward and you can see it just kind of jutting out, and then it looks like there's a third one, or the first one in this case, kind of coming out, and then this kind of, you see it leads, the only way to get past that point is a cave, and there's just this huge rocky expanse kind of heading out, like it's like the mountain is kind of jutting downward into the ocean.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to visualize it. Of course, I'm also trying to visualize the actual area that I know from the map.
Mm-hmm. Which I edited for obvious reasons.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, it's like, my mind's trying to go with what you're thinking of and also what it knows. So it's just kind of... So you said there's the cave, and then there's, like, an outcrop?
I'll be right back.
There's an outcrop where it's just a mountainous coming off, heading southward, and it rolls into the ocean. It's basically obscuring your view from seeing any further.
I'm gonna send Scotch and Millie up. Have them scout around. Don't take any risk. Well, Scotch, honey, baby.
Scotch, with the natural one, just refuses to take off.
I'm sorry, I didn't bring the bacon with me.
He's like, no. That's fine. Just give me a minute, baby. I gotta rest.
All right.
Millie takes off.
Just a little nervous, that's all.
I understand. Millie takes off, and then she dives into the cave. She's like, she's gone. 15, 20, 25. She's gone for half an hour, and she comes back.
Oh, Millie, I was so worried about you. Come here.
She's like, it's a bit of a network in there. I can show you the way to get through the cave without passing by the Sahagin. There's a good number of Sahagin in there, though. Especially if you start heading north inside the cave. There's a lot of Sahagin.
Okay.
Do you want to do this?
Yeah, she's like kind of looking around, kind of looking nervous. No, we should go back. I don't even know why I did this.
Millie's like looking at you and is like, Dad,
Yes.
you know why you did it.
I know why I did it, and it was stupid.
I mean, we came this far. I mean, she just merely kind of like flutters her feathers. It's like, you can fly, can't you?
I can fly, but this one can't.
Park him behind the friggin' thing and fly off without him. It ain't your bird. Who cares?
You have a point. I would argue that I was told to be nice with others' toys, but okay. She goes and tucks the chocobo behind a couple of rocks, soothes it, tells it
Roll a
that,
handle animal.
ha! 11.
You get off,
Bird's
it
like,
takes off.
Oh,
She just kind of looks at the bird running off like, I trusted you.
It's just running back to the side gate.
Yeah, it's going back to its stable, like it's trained to as soon as you get off it, like in every Final Fantasy.
Damn game mechanics.
Bird is gone.
So what I missed? Or the bird has abandoned the potato?
Yes,
Mm.
it's no longer chicken and potatoes. It's just potatoes. Well, Deck, you
On the-
just what? Mm-hmm. What's that?
I was gonna say, well, the bird really was truly chicken.
Well, Deck's gonna use fly.
Okay.
Wait, one. Goddamn. Mm.
So,
Sorry. Oh, yeah, no, I'm fine. I accidentally hit the mute on this thing. I really
Jesus, fuck,
wish.
what's going on in general?
Huh? Oh, geez, I don't know. There's a party going on.
It looks like a get together party some parties on for the first time in forever or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. It's late at night. The late night crew's out.
All right. So you have cast fly.
Yep.
What are you doing?
She's gonna try and zip on through as fast as she can.
Actually, I'm liking a couple of new names in there.
Are you flying through the cave, or are you just flying over?
She's gonna fly over it. Fuck that.
Okay.
Thank you for the scouting, Millie, but no thank you on Fishman.
What's the time limit?
5 minutes. Because she used a minute earlier.
Okay. You get over the top of it, and it's pretty expansive, and you're kind of like flying over the top of this mountain. And you have to land before you get all the way over the cave. Now, you can fly directly around it and right onto the shore in that time, but you're only going to have like 30 seconds of flight left.
That is fine. That is fine.
She,
You
Yeah.
land... What?
I was gonna say, I have feather fall.
You land on the shoreline.
Okay.
You look up, you can see the cave is still kind of expanding out past you, but you can walk along the shore around it. As you're looking about, roll a perception.
One sec. I had to sweat it to get going.
Okay.
Oh god.
Jesus.
12. See shit, Captain.
Christ. So,
Oh, 17 of the birds are with me.
okay. You look about, you look down at the water, and you can see a couple of the abisu, the like fish lizards, kind of casually swimming along underneath it. They're not looking at you or paying much attention. But if you would also roll a shit, what would this be?
They bend over and kick my ass and not to die check.
Knowledge. What knowledges do you have, Dak?
I had knowledge, nature, religion, planes, Ones okay, so the ones I actually have points in is Arcana, History, Local, Nature, Nobility, Planes, and Religion.
For the sake of it, we'll say nature.
Good, that's one of the good ones. 23.
Do you know that these creatures are generally tamed by the Sahagin to transport them and to help them hunt?
Well,
And you know they
with
can
that,
swim incredibly fast.
sorry. um, uh, um, do they look like they have any equipment on them or anything?
Not that you can see.
Okay. Um, hmm. Sorry, try to get a visualization again. It's like I'm along the shoreline near the cave that keeps going.
Right, you can see the mountain right above you. It's probably like 20 feet above you at this point. There's kind of like a slight inclining cliff. You could walk up it very slowly. And then there's just the shoreline that expands outward.
She's going to kind of climb her way up to try and get a better angle.
So you're climbing up the
The
the slope.
incline.
Okay.
Yeah.
What in particular are you looking for at this point?
What was that?
What in particular are you looking for? Because you said you wanted a better angle.
Yeah, just a better angle to look and see if there were, say, any Sahagin nearby, just because she knows that those are mounts generally.
Perception.
She's just seeing if there's any owners nearby or not. That would be a 22 or a 27.
27. Okay. You take a peer around, and you look further northward, and you can see a trio of Sahagin, a red, a blue, and a green one, kind of sitting around in a circle talking. The green one is very heavy set. Like, muscular arms, but big, fat belly, kind of a toadish looking face. And he's just kind of like chatting. The three of them don't see you for the time being. But they're probably like maybe 300 feet away.
Oh, crap. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? She is dumb. And now Dex kind of eyeing the lizard things to see if could I ride one of those? Am I gonna get my ass drowned? Hijack them out. Good going.
I was gonna say, what spells did you fail?
Oh god, I don't even look at my damn spells.
You should probably do that.
Oh. Well, I'm glad I prepared that. Actually, no, I need to shorten my list a little bit, actually. Sorry, I still had some things on here from, when, I had the +2 from Kato.
Okay.
I actually did prepare aquatic cavalry. Okay, Dak's gonna think back to like when she saw the thing of the arc back when she had the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Were they by the shoreline at all?
Roll a wisdom check.
20.
Yes. I mean, they were close enough that they were plucking oysters out of the water.
Okay, Dak's going to try and get back down to the water and use aquatic cavalry.
Okay. Remind me what that does.
Okay, let me just ding it. Come here. Oop.
Okay, bye. Okay, so that means you summon 3 of them.
Eat.
Uh,
They last for 6 hours.
okay.
So, can I get down to the water and summon a cavalry and start zipping around the shoreline, trying to keep out of sight if she can.
Roll a stealth.
Riding a fucking living jet ski. I don't know if this is gonna work. 23. Nice.
Okay. So, 13.
Aw.
Because you're in broad fucking daylight.
I'm tiny. No. Oh man, I wish I had like a can breathe water spell or something.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna get my dumbass killed.
Essentially what happens, Dak, is you get on the, you get on your mount, or rather one of them, and like kind of sink in the water with Millie and Scott just kind of like flapping their wings above you.
Mm-hmm.
They take off just to kind of like hover around and scout.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the hippocampi take off, and as you're going, one of them dives deeper into the water, and you see it kind of misdirect a number of the Ibisu and Sahagin in the area, letting you go by without being noticed.
Thank you. Thank you for your sacrifice.
It doesn't come back.
Oh. It's okay, it's a summon, it'll just poof. Sorry, I'm just...
You proceed down the shoreline and you get past the point that you were originally looking at, and you realize you're almost in open ocean at this point. And you just kind of see the shoreline passing around. What would you like to do?
I'm still just trying to see if I can... I'm trying to see if I can find where I had seen Ark out at one point. Although, that's a big fucking ocean area, so... With a whole bunch of shoreline. She did not think things through, neither did I. Yeah. She's just gonna keep coasting around and looking. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Blind. Gosh, Millie, help.
I'm waiting for you to come over to the link pro and say, guys,
What the fuck would they do?
help.
I was gonna say, that's if you've been long enough for us to know she's gone, she wasn't gonna be back for like 4 hours.
It's getting to the point where you're probably starting to worry. It's probably like, at this point, probably getting close to the 4-hour mark. Dak, you are absolutely oblivious right now. You're kind of like, I've never been out this deep before. or around so many Sahagin.
This was a bad idea.
Scotch comes back. He's like, I didn't see anything. And then Millie finally comes back and she's like hooting slightly. And she's like, campfire over that way.
Campfire? She'll take anything at this point. She starts going towards where Millie indicated. Oh.
As you head in that direction, following where Millie's pointing out, the hippocampi two spread off again, and as you proceed onward, get by, you just see like this trail of blood behind you. Like you look back, and like maybe 200 feet away from where you are is just blood on the water now. And eventually you hit the shoreline, get off, and you just see it's not a small campfire. It's a good sized fire. You're talking, this is a 10 by 10 fire.
It's a bonfire.
Yeah, it's a bonfire. Would you like to roll another perception to look around your general area now?
Yes.
You look around and you turn your head and you're like, wait, what? And you see it's the wreckage of the Garlean ship that you ran into the side of Camp Westwind.
What?
It's just like a chunk of it, just on shore.
What's up for Westwind? What the? Why is it all the way out here?
Kind of looking
just there, looking at it, just like, what?
You look around a bit and you see like ship wreckage all over the place. You're at this point. You're also glad that you have like some hard-soled shoes because you're basically standing on a bunch of razor oysters.
Oh no!
So you're like just kind of like pushing back.
Thank you, Sahagin shoes.
You look up and you can see there's another cave leading downward, and there's a few tide pools, but you look like you're on like a slight peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
You gaze around for a few more moments, and then there's utter quiet for a few seconds as you look up and you see a tuft of white hair. And it's coming forward to the campfire, or rather the bonfire, and it sits down in front of it. Echo, no! Sorry.
I was gonna say, is the little wreckage part or whatnot big enough for her to hide behind?
I mean, you could go into it.
Okay, she, hiding as soon as she heard movement.
Okay, you look and you can see this tuft of white hair, this very large blue scarf around the neck, wearing basically what you would... You don't know this, but what you and I would call a Roman breastplate.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of this ornate blue and white pattern going over it, all the way down into this elongated coat wrapping around the legs. Iron-looking boots, gloves, and the head kind of swivels, and you can see a pair of glasses with bright blue eyes behind them, kind of looking towards your direction, with Makote ears with faint black tips at the end of it, kind of wiggling around for a second. Do you recognize this is Ark?
She kind of squeezes down a little bit more because it's like she wasn't actually expecting to fight him so fast. And she's got.
Meanwhile, Warren's having a heart attack. Fion's having a heart attack.
Where the hell is Dak? Oh my god, no, I could just totally see that. It's like, suddenly her link pearl comes on and it's just shouting, like, Dak, where are you?
What is roll a stealth?
Yup, that's what I thought I'd be rolling. 10.
You just suddenly hear
Crunch.
there's silence. And you hear the faint sound of a blade being drawn. And the voice booms out. I don't know who's there, but show yourselves, and I'll make it quick.
Deck kind of peeks out. I thought by now you'd be able to tell what my aether felt like.
Dak, all you see is Ark stare at you for a few moments. His eyes get a little wider and a few sparks fly off of him. That's what we're going to call it for tonight.
Yay!
Oh,
I'm sorry I had her be dumb. I was like, this is totally just something she'd be told. She'd